guys, how you all doing? AviationGames here. Hope you're well. Bringing you another flight. Today we're flying the PNG Boeing 737NGX from here at Liverpool John Lennon Airport in the United Kingdom over to Porto in Portugal. Okay, so another thing I wanted to say is a shout out goes to Jordan Sims. He's a guy that I met on VATSIM during my live stream that I did when I did Liverpool to Barcelona. So yeah, I met him during the flight. We got talking on VPilot, so shout out to him. Okay, so flight information you can see on your screens right now. We are RYR9092 and our call sign is the exact same as the flight number. Cruising at flight level 380 and the route you can see on your screens there in front of you now. Alright, so without further ado, let me get inside, start setting up this aircraft and get out of Liverpool. It was raining just about a couple of minutes before I started the recording. It seems to have gone off now though. But yeah, anyhow, we'll get inside and start setting up the aircraft. Alright guys, so here we are inside the flight deck. First things first, we'll go to the overhead panel and turn the IRSs to the nav position, like so, and like so. Wait for the on-the-seat lights to go out to align, which it's done for both. Super. Come down to the FMC, we'll enter in our position. Man, I need easy lock. Position initialization. Coming from Liverpool, we're on gate 52 if it'll take it, and it does, which is sweet. So we'll put that in, route Liverpool to Lima Papa Papa Romeo, which is Porto, and I have a company route saved, which we shall bring in now. Lima Papa Papa Romeo, put that in the company route, activate, execute, and our flight number, as we know, Ryanair 9092, and it's going to be a runway 27 departure out of Liverpool. Execute that. Now, next thing we need to do is load in the fuel. So our release fuel, looking at the flight plan, is 7,659 kilograms. So 7659, and the payload, we have just 88 passengers today. So we are quite light, just 88 passengers, and our cargo is 2024, so that's 1012 front and back. 1012 and 1012. We are going to be really light, really light, and our zero fuel weight as a result of that should be 50 tons. Now, every time I do it with EFAS, it ends up being 0.4 out, so yeah, what we've got there, the zero fuel weight of 50.4, we will take as being correct. So 50.4, reserves of 2 tons, cost index is 8 as always with Ryanair, and flight level 380 for the cruise. We could have actually taken flight level 400, but we'll be fine at 380. And the wind's up there looking like 223 degrees at 38 knots. 223/38. Oh, that's /33. /38, transition altitude out of Liverpool, 4,000 feet. Oh, that's good. N1 limit, 24 kd, ready to take off with climb 1. Centre of gravity, 24.5%, flaps 5. 128, 129 and 140. So yeah, those are very low speeds. They're going to be deleted in a second when we select our departure. Runway 27, and it's a Wrexham 2 Tango. Execute that, and we'll put in our speeds again now. So legs, just make sure we've got all our legs in there, which we do. Sweet. So overhead then, we can bring on the yaw damper and start up the APU. We can arm the emergency exit lights, fast and stable sounds can come on, the chime, and we can bring on the window heats, leave the probe heats off for now. Cruising as I say, flight level 380. Landing altitude, if you come back to Liverpool, is 100 feet. And that's pretty much it until the APU starts up. We can bring on the anti-collision lights. We don't need the logo lights as it's not, what am I trying to say, it's not nighttime, so yeah, we don't need those. One thing I'll get GSX doing is start boarding the passengers and the cargo. There we go, APU has fired up, so we'll bring it on, and the rest of the fuel pumps. We can also set the parking brake. Set Unicom 122.8 on the radio panel. And I'm going to set my transponder code to 2000. And that seems to be everything so far. So I'm going to go and get connected to VATSIM. Okay, so that's me on VATSIM. GSX just wants us to open some doors, which we will do. And then, as the parking brake's set, ground connections we can remove. Boarding won't take too long, and then we can get ready for pushback. So, prepare for pushback and departure. You want to go nose left, tail right, and we don't want to start the engines. And then that'll get that ready as soon as boarding is completed. QNH today at Liverpool 1015. So we'll set that 1015. We can arm the auto throttle. Left flight director, or sorry, right flight director, and no. We want the left one on first, obviously. So there we go. Left flight director and right flight director's on. Arm LNAV and VNAV. V2 is 140. Plus 5 is 145. And initially 4,000 feet out of here. And runway heading 269. There we go. That's everything set up. Alright, let's close up all the doors. They are closed. Okay, sweet. So, last quick scan of overhead. Everything looks good. Until we push back, anyway. Let's reset the view. And don't think I need anything else from there, so we'll log that into the FMC and put that on the progress page. And get ready to release the parking brake. Parking brakes are released. And we'll start number 2. Okay, push back complete, parking brakes set, and we'll start number 1 now. Waiting for about 22% N1. Then we can add in the fuel. N1 is rising. N2 is rising. Add in the fuel. Oh, what the heck happened there? He seemed to do like a sort of flip. I don't even know. Just waiting for starter cut out at number 1 then, and then we can turn on all the taxi lights and hydraulics and propates and all the rest of that good stuff. And get taxiing and get out of Liverpool. Taxi lights are when we turn us on. Set the mode selectors to continuous. Transfer the power to the engines. Get rid of the APU and the APU bleed. Turn on the packs. Propate's coming on, hydraulic pumps coming on. And all that's left to do is set the flaps to 5 and we can get taxiing. So flaps 1, flaps 2 and flaps 5. Set. And of course auto brakes to RTO. And let me just check the performance initialization page. 4.88 units of trim. That's about it. Yeah, we'll keep it about there. Yeah, there we go, that'll do. Reset the view. Put that back on the legs page. Alright guys, let's get taxiing. Alright guys, here we are passing Alpha 2. Alpha 1's just to our right here, so we'll start making the turn, get lined up, and then we can turn on the landing lights, strobe lights, and set the transponder to TARA. So, here's Alpha 1. We're just going to go straight onto the runway as there is no other traffic around. And let me just go to the overhead. Bring on the landing lights. Turn off some taxi lights, can come off. Strobe and steady. And then if we come down, transponder mode to TARA, and we'll select traffic and begin the right turn to line us up with runway 27. There we go. Just hold it with the brakes. Set 50% power. That's stable. Take off. And 1. Power is set. Airspeed's alive. There's 80 knots. There's 100. There's V1 and rotate. Positive rate of climb, landing gear coming up. Lovely stuff. Just gonna fly this manually for a bit. Trimmed to absolute perfection. Alright, let's bring in the autopilot now. Oh, didn't like that. There's no way to see, so I'm just going to climb straight up to our cruise level of flight level 380, hit level change, and go right the way up to flight level 380. Goodbye Liverpool. Hello Porto. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can clearly see on our navigation display, top descent is not far away at all. So what I'm going to do is go to arrivals into Porto. I believe it's 17 for our arrival. Just going to double check what the winds are like. They are 320 degrees at 10 knots, so it's actually going to be runway 35, which is the VOR DME approach. And it's the Turon to Charlie, which is that one. Execute that. Then go to the legs page. Yeah, everything's in there. Sweet. So that pushes our top of descent back by about another 30 miles-ish. Something like that. One thing I've realised, look at the auto brake, I haven't even turned it off. So yeah, that's our descent planned. I'll pick it up when we reach about flight level 80, roughly around there, and begin the VOR DME procedure. So the QNH at Porto is 1020, which is to be expected really. So 1020 on the QNH. So by zapping we need to be at 3000 above. So we'll take 3.5 by zapping. Alright guys, let's reduce our speed back to 200 knots now, and any minute we'll start turning to the right towards Papa Romeo 652. From there we proceed on to Zapping, which we want to be about 3,500 by Zapping, which is definitely possible as we're at 3,500 feet now. There comes the right turn. Slowly bringing us round, and watch whenever we get onto the final approach path. I have a feeling that our frames are just going to absolutely fall through the floor because of this scenery that's there. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But whenever I was in the air looking over towards it, then the frame rate just dropped, so who knows? We'll see. We'll see what's going on with it. Right, there comes the right turn on to final approach. Reduce the speed back to 180. And watch the frame rates drop. We'll take the flaps 5 at this stage as well. Actually, the frame rates are holding up so far. Right, autopilot coming out, and I'll try and fly this manually. Easier said than done. And we'll adjust that speed back to about 140-ish. Auto brake's coming to 2. We can take the gear down as well at this stage. That'll give us some more drag. And I'll take manual control of the speed. And we'll take flaps 10 as well. A little bit to the left of the runway, so just correcting that. And 138 is our approach speed, so I'm just going to set a indicator for where 138 knots is. Take flaps 25. We'll need some upward trim as well. Flaps 30.
1,000.
Just got on with the 1,000 feet call out. I think the puppy lights could be a bit wrong. Because we look low. There we go. It was alright, considering frame rates and stuff. Okay, lovely, we're down. Slow down enough to get off at this next exit. But yeah, there's something about this scenery that my sim does not like. Right, so APU bleed coming on, start up the APU, and strobe lights coming off. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Porto. And let me get GSX open. And we're going to take gate 23, CR23 that is, and handling by Portway. Alright, see you on stand. Alright, here we are. This is our stand, into the left here. Wait, hang on. Is it over there, or... I think it is. Yeah, I think we turned in this way. You know something, I thought this was our stand because that was GSX vehicles. They're not even GSX vehicles. Anyway, we'll take this stand anyway here, and we'll revoke those parking services and just bring them over here. So, overhead panel, transfer the power to the APU, and shut down the engines. Oh, I forgot to bring up the flaps. My bad. And set that back to 1200. Request deboarding by Portway. We can turn the packs off, we don't need them anymore. And the fuel pumps can come off now that the engines are off. Let's go down and open up the doors. Menu, FS actions, doors, open, open, and next page, open, and open. Let's see, GSX is doing. My gosh. Yeah, this you ever made this scenery? Yeah, it's nice looking scenery and all, but I don't think you took into consideration frame rates. I'm sorry to say. Right, so if we go back to the overhead, fasten seatbelt signs can come off, hydraulic pumps, pitot heats, sorry, probe heats, and why is that on overheat? Turn these all off. Yaw damper can come off, and that's pretty much everything. Alright guys, well thank you very much indeed for watching today. As always, this has been AviationGames, bringing you a quick flight from Liverpool over to Porto. Hope you enjoyed this today. As always, this has been AviationGames. See you all very soon. Bye for now.